my name is David Whitt. I've been a special education SH teacher for over 10 years. I hold an education specialist credential as well as master's degree in teaching children with moderate to severe disabilities. What you're looking at right now is a state-of-the-art classroom that I've had the privilege of putting together over the past decade. I'm going to show you each individual station and what those stations consist of, but more importantly, I'm going to explain why the stations are put together the way they are. And I hope to leave you with the wisdom and understanding of how state standards, district requirements, and most importantly, student curriculum can all work together as one driving force. Today I'd like to cover three areas, the first one being the station method. This is a learning strategy I've devised over the past decade from peer-reviewed journals as well as my own experience. I've witnessed improved test scores on state standard testing, and each station can be tailored to the student's learning style or zone of proximity. And most importantly, it utilizes three inputs: auditory, visual, and physical stimulation. The second area I'd like to talk about is assistive technology. These are basically adaptations or devices that make it possible for students to accomplish everyday tasks and procedures. These items can be store-bought, or in my case, invented, which is something I like to do, and I'll show you a few of my inventions today as well. And now finally, third and last of all, I'd like to talk about assessment and charting. I'm going to show you all the various forms from the state, as well as what your district may give you. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how to devise your own charting in your own classroom. I'm going to show you how a simple rubric and scoring key can tie all these entities together perfectly. Well, along the way, I got to do something I've always wanted to do, and that is make a state-of-the-art classroom for our SH students. I call this right here the station method. And it's great because it utilizes assistive technology, which in this case is our computers, to teach multiple students multiple goals and objectives all at the same time. It streamlines education. And it's great because it gives you quick and accurate results at the end, showing your students' scores on how they did. And that's important because now you can chart your students' progress daily. Our first station method station I call our listening station. Now, if you're going to use this station, we use a Somatron beanbag, which I'm sitting on now, a stereo receiver, a cassette player, and some peripheral lights. And the way it works is you could write a goal saying, student will activate a switch twice while listening to a story or music. In our case, we're going to listen to music. So the student has access to a button that's right here behind me. You hear the muffled sound, which is the music, and you hear a light as well. So there's once, and you can say the student does it again. There's twice. All the while the student did their own work by hitting that switch, and they accomplished the goal, which was to hit the button twice. The listening station, a great way to teach your students. Next, this is our math station using the station method. A goal for this would be written, student will correctly identify fewer or more one time within a 2-minute period. You would simply start the program.
Find a few balls.
And it's going to ask us to find a few balls. Now this is scanning back and forth. The student simply hits the switch, correctly identifies what the amount, and voila.
Find many balls.
The goal has been passed for this round. Okay, next we are here at the science station. And what this program is going to teach us to do is hit a button on cue when we're supposed to, so it's a time-sensitive issue, and it's going to deal with moving stimuli as well. Now in this program, it's going to prompt us to hit a button at a certain point in time.
Wait for the green light. Ready, steady, go!
So it rewarded us right there, but more importantly, what it's teaching us is to hit the button on cue, which is a good science goal. Now we are at our social studies station, which it could also double as an English language arts station. And basically what we're going to talk about today is identifying a sound associated with the device.
A monkey makes this sound. Which one makes this sound?
Okay, now what it's going to do is scan across the monkey, and it's going to scan
Stapler.
across the stapler. And we want to hit it when it's on monkey.
Yes, a monkey makes this sound.
And what that does is it reinforces the environment that your student needs to know. And we can measure this in a goal that would say student will pick the correct object with sound stimuli one time in 2 minutes. And if they hit the button once, the goal has been completed. And now our final station is our reading center, which could also be used as an English language arts center. And again, we're going to pick an activity.
Choose an activity. Match exactly.
We'll match exactly today. And when it gives us the correct prompt,
Look carefully at the picture.
we're going to do our best to answer the question.
Which picture is exactly the same?
We have a lamp and a bathtub. We hit it when it scans on the lamp,
Perfect. They are exactly the same.
and it gives us our reward, and we're done. Now, it's important to realize that all these stations have an activity, and then when you're done, you can close out the program. It'll have a chart, usually with a percentage, so you can measure the progress of your students. Great for tracking. Now, this little gem here is a station that I actually invented. To do it, I used 2 tape recorders, a power link, and 2 lights. This is a yes and no station. How it works is the goal would say, student will correctly answer a question 1 time when asked within 1 minute. I could say, is your name Margaret? Yes or no? Yes. And it answers for her. And by answering for her, it does a light. It gives her the concrete yes, the audible yes that you hear on the tape recorder, as well as highlights a little visionary yes, a visual yes. So you got a light, visual, and audio on this one station. Great for communication with your student. And if you ask them, do you have green hair, yes or no? No. It answers for them there too.